Imagine this. You wake up tomorrow morning. You grab your phone to check your bank account. But something is wrong. Your password doesn't work. Your money is gone, your emails, your photos, your medical records, all gone. Every password you've ever created, every lock on the internet, broken. This isn't a movie. This isn't science fiction. This is the quantum computing threat, and according to some researchers, it could happen by 2029. To understand how this is possible, you first need to understand how your passwords are protected today. Every time you log into a website, your computer does something incredible. It takes your password, scrambles it using math, and sends it across the internet. The website receives your scrambled password and checks if it matches. If it matches, you're in. But here's the catch. The math that protects your password is based on a very hard problem. Take RSA encryption. It's one of the most common security systems on the internet. RSA uses two giant prime numbers multiplied together to create a key. To break it, you have to figure out what those two prime numbers are. With a normal computer, this is almost impossible. To crack a 2048-bit RSA key, the world's fastest supercomputer would need trillions of years. That's why your password is safe. The math is just too hard. But quantum computers work completely differently. Instead of bits that are either 0 or 1, quantum computers use qubits. Qubits can be 0 and 1 at the same time. This is called superposition, and it allows quantum computers to try every possible answer at once. Imagine trying to find a specific grain of sand on a beach. A normal computer checks one grain at a time. A quantum computer checks every grain simultaneously. This is called quantum parallelism, and it changes everything. In 1994, a mathematician named Peter Shor figured out something terrifying. He created an algorithm that could run on a quantum computer, an algorithm that could break RSA encryption in hours instead of trillions of years. It's called Shor's algorithm, and it targets the exact math problem that keeps your password safe. Remember those two prime numbers multiplied together? Shor's algorithm finds them fast. It turns an impossible task into a simple one. How? By using superposition to find the repeating pattern in the numbers. This pattern reveals the prime factors of the encryption key, and once you have the prime factors, the encryption is broken. This doesn't just affect RSA, it also breaks ECC, elliptic curve cryptography. ECC protects Bitcoin, cryptocurrencies, and most modern digital signatures. A quantum computer with enough qubits could crack ECC in just 10 days, and RSA 24/8 in about 7 months. But here is the scary part. Some researchers say the timeline could be much shorter. Google's researchers warn we could see this by 2029. So what exactly is at risk? Every password on the internet, every bank account, every credit card, every online purchase, every email, every private conversation, every medical record, every digital signature, every software update, every digital certificate. The entire system of trust on the internet could collapse. Secure websites with the padlock icon broken. Cryptocurrency wallets vulnerable. Government secrets exposed. Military communications compromised. Even the infrastructure that powers our world could be at risk. But here is the worst part. The threat is already here. It's called Harvest Now, Decrypt Later. Hackers and governments are already stealing encrypted data today. They are storing it, waiting for quantum computers to become powerful enough. Then, when the quantum computer is ready, they will decrypt everything. Everything you send today could be read tomorrow. Your medical records, your financial data, your private messages, all of it could be exposed in the future. The National Security Agency has warned about this. So has CISA, the Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Security Agency. They are telling organizations to prepare now, because once the quantum computer arrives, it will be too late. This is not a distant threat. This is a ticking time bomb. But here is the good news. Scientists have already created solutions. It's called post-quantum cryptography. These are encryption algorithms designed to be resistant to quantum computers. In 2024, NIST released the first 3 post-quantum encryption standards. These standards are ready to be implemented right now. Companies like Google, Apple, and Microsoft are already integrating them. Signal and Zoom have also started using post-quantum encryption. Even banks like HSBC are preparing for the transition. The transition is called crypto agility. It means being able to switch encryption algorithms quickly when needed. But there is a problem. Upgrading the entire internet takes time, a lot of time. Millions of systems need to be updated. And many organizations haven't even started. This is a race against time, on one side. The quantum computers getting more powerful every year. On the other side, the race to deploy quantum-resistant encryption. Google has warned that the industry needs to be ready by 2029. The US government has set a target of 23 for full quantum readiness, but some experts say that might be too late. Recent research from Caltech shows that the threat could come much sooner. A quantum computer with just 26,000 qubits could crack RSA 2048 in 7 months. and ECC 246 in just 10 days. That means the timeline is compressing faster than expected. Google's research suggests even 500,000 qubits could crack Bitcoin's encryption. And that's much less than previous estimates. So what does this mean for you? Right now, your passwords are still safe. Quantum computers aren't powerful enough yet to break encryption. But the future is coming faster than we think. The time to prepare is now. Governments and companies are already working on the transition. NIST has created the standards. The algorithms are ready. Now it's about deploying them across the entire internet. But here is the question. Will we finish the upgrade before the quantum computers arrive? That is the trillion-dollar question, because if we fail, the consequences are catastrophic, not just for you and me, for the entire global economy. That is why quantum computing is the most important security challenge of our time. So next time you type your password into a website, remember this: that tiny string of characters is protected by math that works against normal computers, but that same math is helpless against a quantum computer. That is the quantum computing threat. And that is why the race to protect our digital future has already begun. See you in the next one.